Hey folks, Mark and Bob coming at you from Fire Mountain Outdoors, and today we've got a cool little review for you.
Bob, I've taken off my belt.
Oh shit.
You know, the young lad behind the camera right now, this was a bad side when he was a youth. And I'm grateful, since it's also Thanksgiving week, that I didn't have to take off my belt very often. But you know what? A good and proper belt is very important if you're going to carry a pistol or any kind of equipment on your hip. We're going to talk about this Bigfoot gun belt and gun belts in general, and why a good one is important and what to look for when you're shopping for one.
Stick around. So we've got a lot of different options when we're looking to buy a gun belt, and something that you really want to pay attention to is something that's going to be heavy enough to support your firearm.
Now, Bob, you have a very nice belt, a very attractive belt that you got from Columbia Sportswear.
Yeah, and it's good for dress, but it does not work well for carrying a pistol. It's flippy floppy.
There is added functions that you need with a gun belt other than just holding your pants up. It has to support the firearm in two ways. So you're going to have belt loops, and this is going to span those loops so you can get your holster on and off of it. And this is just a regular dress belt. Now, if our loops are about this far apart, you see how flexible that is? That is free to flop. And look at that.
Yeah, there's no rigidity to it.
Right.
You know, it's a single ply leather. It's got absolutely nothing to help support it. That's where the Bigfoot gun belts really do come into play.
That's right. So let's contrast that, the ability for this to flop and wiggle and also sag. Let's contrast that with the Bigfoot gun belt.
Now this is their top of the line model. This is their 18-ounce leather, and there's no flippy floppy. I mean, that is just a rigid, nice gun belt that you've got there.
The cool thing about this is not only does it span, so there's no sag, your pistol's not dragging,
it's not dropping down.
It's not dropping down. The weight of it is fully supported over on that side. It's rigid, keeps it tucked right next to you. You're not printing, you're not flopping, you're not wagging. It's really important to have a nice rigid gun belt. Now, here's one thing that I've noticed, because I bought a very nice gun belt before, just a premium leather one from a leather making guy, and I paid a lot of money, like $70 for this one right here. And this one gets its rigidity and strength just from using super stiff, super thick leather. But you know what? I've been wearing this gun belt for probably 4 years now, and it annoys me daily.
And I hear about those annoyances because you like to carry a tape measure a lot of the time.
I'm a tradesman, and I need to measure things so I can cut them. That's how it works. This clip on this double thick, super nice gun belt, it is a two-handed operation to put a tape measure on. So, and I've been fighting with it, and then because of it bounces and it pops off. This has been an annoyance for me. The beauty of the gun belt that we have from Bigfoot here is its rigidity comes from a stainless steel spring liner inside.
Right.
And that allows them to keep it skinnier. Now, they come in two different weights. This one's the heavier weight one, and it's still just a little bit thicker than I would like for ease of putting on the tape measure. This one's the 18-ounce. They make a 14-ounce that's actually a little bit less expensive, and I think it would actually appeal for my needs as a tradesman a little bit more, because my belt does triple duty. Holds my pants up, holds my tools and tape measure, holds my pistol.
Yeah, for me, not being a tradesman, I'm not working with having to put, tools on my belt other than the firearm. I really like the heavier belt because I can support a full-size firearm with this particular belt a whole lot easier. It helps distribute the weight real well, and it's just very comfortable. I can walk around, my pants aren't falling down, they're staying nice and tight, very rigid.
So, Bob, I've been carrying this belt. I've been wearing it for about 3 weeks now.
Right.
I wore it all through elk season. It was around my waist, supported radios and stuff and things, and it is It's been used and abused just like I would use any kind of a belt, and it's held up well. I'm impressed. You're going to pay for a good gun belt. You're going to pay $20 to $40 for a belt at a department store. And a gun belt's going to cost you a little bit more. It's a worthy investment. You have to. I think it's a necessity. If you're going to carry open or concealed, if you're going to put a pistol on your hip, you need a good, proper gun belt. And I think these are a great value made by our neighbors up in Idaho. The Bigfoot. Hey, and you got Bigfoot on your shirt. I mean, we love Bigfoot. It's like a natural.
You know, it makes a real good thing. I like putting my Bigfoot gun belt on, knowing I got that little furry logo on it.
That's
it's a
right.
good-looking, handsome logo. Made in the U.S. They've got all sorts of different sizes available. You know, very well stitched. It's about as good as quality as you can expect. Bridle leather. Smells good. Smell-o-vision. I mean,
they start out at about 54 bucks. This one here is about 64 bucks. I think it's about $60 for the 14 ounce. The skinnier one, I think it's definitely a worthy investment. You need a good holster and you need a good belt I mean, they go hand in hand. You need a good belt. So these are great. It's got corrosion resistant hardware. This is nickel plated. It's got a nice little roller there. Everything is just sturdy. I fully expect, from what I've seen, wearing this and using it for 3 weeks, that this should last me a lifetime.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if you're looking for even a lesser model, if you just want a real nice leather belt that you maybe carry occasionally with, they do offer a model that does not have the spring core steel in it. We haven't tested that one out, but just judging by the quality of this leather belt, you know, you can tell it's going to be a real high quality belt at a good price. You know, comparatively to like the other belt that I have, you know, it's basically the same price. I would definitely go with this one over the other one any day.
Bob, I can't stand being without my belt.
Put it back on.
I'm putting the belt on. You folks need a good belt, and you got to go check out the Bigfoot Gun Belts. Check the description below. We're going to have a link to the page where you can shop and get your own. I've used it. I like it. I endorse it. It's good stuff. That's
right. And as always, folks, stay safe, shoot straight. Please subscribe. We'll catch you on the firing line.
Now, I have the Glock.
Look at that.
Look at that. Would you just look at that?
That is
just look
something.
at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Would you just look at that?
Yes, it will.
Now what are we talking about? Okay. Cut.
Okay.